Good afternoon and welcome to Arab TV. Now this time I'm saying good afternoon. Usually I say good evening, but what's happening now is our program is being broadcast live at 1 p.m. on Saturdays. So good afternoon. Now you've been watching Arab TV for a while, and what I'd like to share with you is that we record in a robotic studio. We record live, meaning that if there is a mess up or some kind of a misfortune, mishap, we continue going. And until now, we kind of like, that's it, we show it as is. Recently, we are very lucky to have Farah Muhsin, who's helping. She's a student and she's helping us sometimes do the post-production editing. She's helping us also with posting those programs online, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on the Arab American Cultural Center website. So you could go to that site and you'll see a lot of our programs that has been uploaded recently. So today we're going to have a program and a subject that is very dear to myself because it's about serving the community. Now, how do you serve the community? There's many ways of serving the community. What I'm doing right now is part of it, serving the community by volunteering to do the Arab TV show. Other ways is maybe by teaching people. Some people don't have the time and the energy. They might have, God gave them a blessing and they're successful in their business and they contribute with money and donations. So there's all kinds of different ways of giving. With me, I have a very successful immigrant to this country who has been in this country for a while. He succeeded in his business. He is really an example that I would like to introduce to you all and have you learn and have us all learn from him and his experience and his background. I have the president and CEO of Arupa, is that how? Auriga, Mr. Parkash. Parkash is an engineer. He's been for a long time in this country. So I would like to kind of like welcome him to the show first. Thank you for coming. And we hope that we'll have a good program with you to teach us about, what have you been doing here and how we've been doing it as far as the subject, serving the community. So before we start, I would like you to tell me about your background. When did you come to the States and why?
Thank you, Vic. It's a pleasure to be on your program, and I'll be more than happy to share with you what I know. My name is Parkash Daryani, and I'm president of Auriga Corporation. Yeah, I came here back in 70s. I started my career. I left Pakistan in 74. Half of my family is in Pakistan, half of my family is in India. So I came to Canada. I did my master's degree in Canada. Then in 1978, I moved to California, and ever since I lived here in California. I'm married to a wonderful wife, Wimla, and I have 3 children, very smart, very capable children. And in the last 30, 35 years, I've been very fortunate that we've been successful in the business. And I think that success comes from many factors. You have to be hardworking and you have to be dedicated to the business. But I think 2 factors that really help me, one is honesty and integrity and respect for the other people and respect for the employees also. And that's the key to our success.
So you came as a student to Canada, then came to California. Did you start working for different companies? Where did you get your working experience?
That's a very good question. I think when I finished my master's degree in Canada, my professor, he was involved in Royal Commission Electric Power Planning. He asked me to come and work for Royal Commission Electric Power Planning, and that opened the door for me. And at that time, Electric Power Research Institute, they were setting up a software center, and my specialization was in computer application of software. So they asked me to set up the software center, first software center in United States, where we took the programs, computer programs like load flow stability analysis, and provided support to power utilities. So that was a good break for me. And subsequent to that, I worked for Bechtel Corporation, and they were very good to me, and a lot of training, management training and technical training I received at Bechtel. Subsequent to that, I worked for a smaller company called Macro Corporation, and I rose through the ranks and became the vice president of Macro. When Macro was sold to Kima, I decided to start my own company. And we've been, with the grace of God, we've been quite successful for the last 15, 20 years, and we are proud of our accomplishments. And I think I feel that that is hard work of many, many people.
So was it hard to decide to start your own business, and or did you start and you already have some some work from your previous company?
I think what helped was my past experience working for Bechtel and working for Macro, because I knew how to run the business. Being in the management, as a minimum, you know how to run the business. So I had a kind of head up. But at the same time, I went through the same processes what anybody else would do to start a new business. Of course, the first couple of years were pretty tough. We could not, we have struggled to pay our bills. But I think in the second and third year, mainly because of we have good reputation in the industry, I personally was known in the industry, so that did help. But still, you had to go through the process and earn the business from the customers. And one of the key things that what we found out, that if you take care of the customers, the business follows through. And most of our customers have been with us for the last 10, 15 years. So even today, almost 70% of our business come from the repeat business, and that helps a lot to maintain the continuity.
Okay. So you started your business, you've got some work, and you said it was hard in the beginning to make ends meet, and then suddenly you started getting awards, your business and yourself. Tell us about, how the first award for the business or yourself came about.
Oh, that's a very good question. Besides the work, I've been involved in several other activities, like I was on the Economic Advisory Board of the President. So I used to contribute some time, provide them input about what are the issues related to small businesses. So after a certain period of time, they wanted to recognize me as a contribution to the Economic Advisory Council from California. So in 2007, they invited me to Washington, D.C. to give me an award with Businessman of the Year award, which is kind of humbling because my contributions were very small, but we gladly accepted the award.
And also, beside the business, you were involved in different, let's say, professional organizations, or was it just your business? Did you get involved in professional organizations?
Sure. I've been quite heavily involved in IEEE, Institute of Electrical Electronic Engineers Association. I've been involved in secret committee. So I try to balance the life between the professional associations and in the community service, and of course giving back to the country also. So as part of that, I got involved into this Presidential Economic Advisory Council, where I was providing input about what are the issues related to small businesses and what the government can do to help small businesses grow, which definitely helped us as well as helped other companies in a similar situation.
Okay, so now you're getting awards. You started becoming profitable. How long it took you? How many years it took you to be profitable?
I think if I had to go back, first I would say 3 years were tough. We started breaking even in fourth and fifth year, and with the grace of God, we've been quite successful, profitable. All these years, except maybe 2004, was a rough year for everybody, including us. But since 2005, the company has been profitable continuously.
Yeah, and I've just met you recently in the last couple of weeks. I think we have some associations in whether even though that we're working on with the same agencies, but we haven't met. But from what I've learned from you is you're really not just a hardworking person, but you are very involved in the community, and that's what made me interested in bringing you here. And I want you to share with us um, what organizations do you work for or with? How do you help them? Just because we have, we can learn from it all from you.
Thank you, Vic. I'll be happy to share with you. I think this getting involved in the community, that is kind of ingrained in our family, in our blood. Because when I was small, my father was heavily involved in the community service, so he used to ask us to help. So the seeds were planted when we were small, when we were kids. When I came here, I wanted to do something for our own Sindhi community because I'm Sindhi. So that's where I started paying back to the community. So one other thing I'd like to share with you that we organized a program back in 1997, 1998, that the largest program of our community was organized. We had 2,500 people from 20 different countries, and we had organized that event at Santa Clara Convention Center. That is the first time any foreign, immigrants had organized a program at the convention center. So it was a learning process for them and learning process for us. So it was quite successful program, and I'm really proud of what we did.
Which year was that?
In 1998.
1998.
Correct.
And you organized it with a group of colleagues?
Correct. I
From
organized it with
which organization was it?
it was a Sindhi Association of
Association.
Bay Area, and then we had a support from there's an organization in Chicago which is represented by associations from each major metropolitan cities like San Jose, Los Angeles, and New York. So eventually I became on the board of Alliance of Sindhi Association for America, but we started locally and had excellent support from 20 other volunteers. Some of them, they had companies like mine, and everybody did their best to make this program successful. And even today, I've been told that was the best program organized by our community.
Okay. Now, the Sindhi, I explained to me because I think the audience also want to know what is the Sindhi and what do they, stand for, and just give us some background about the Sindhi community.
Thank you. Sindhi community is coming as a small community that come from a province of Sindh, which happens to be now part of Pakistan. Okay, but it has a very rich history. There are three oldest civilizations in the world. One is the Indus River civilization, Egyptian civilization, and Chinese civilization. The Indus River civilization come from the Sindh, and I'm fortunate to be part of that society, that culture. So I'm proud of my heritage and my culture.
And you see, in the Middle East, we say the land of the Sindh and the Hind. And that means what, Pakistan and India?
Correct. At one time, because Sindh was part of India, so Sindh and Hind, they went together. I think one of the key thing about Sindhis you will find all over the world, they are entrepreneurs, they are business people. For centuries, they used to do business in the Middle East, like they were the traders, going from Sindh all the way to Middle East and China. And when unfortunate thing partition happened in 1947, majority of the people, they moved to India, and my father decided to stay back. That's how I was born in Pakistan, but majority of my family is in India. Right now I would say it's like a split family. Part of my brothers are here in the United States, two brothers who I have in India and two brothers in Pakistan. So it's kind of fragmented family.
Wow. Yeah, it's very hard. Different countries. It's okay to have brothers in California and Nevada and Michigan, but in India and in Pakistan, and then tomorrow they go to war, who are you going to be fighting with?
That becomes a challenge when these two countries, they don't get along, and that's what becomes challenge for me to go and visit my brothers and sisters in both countries. But I think one other thing what I find is about the Sindhis, that wherever they have gone, they have been quite successful. And one of the characteristics you will find in the Sindhi community, this is even before pre-partition days, all the best schools and hospitals, if you see in Sindh, they were built by Sindhis. And this is one characteristic of the Sindhis. When they become successful, they do want to give it back to the society. And two key areas where I've seen they always give is, one is education, another one is hospitals. They build the hospitals and the schools.
Yeah. So that's one organization. What other organizations do you get involved with?
The other organization, which is I think a very forward-looking organization, is India Community Center. This center was started in 2003, and one of my friend's sons, they started that center by contributing almost $1 million to get the center started. And that center has grown over a period of time. More and more communities, they have been involved. One of the good things I like about India Community Center is that there are no barriers. Any community can come and participate in the India Community Center, whether it is Sindhis, Gujaratis, Punjabis, or even Arab community can come and participate. So you have good programs there.
Actually, share with the community also. About 8 years ago, I visited the center and I met with, I think, Anil, one of the
Godwani, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were impressed at that time, and we are still interested in trying to see if our Arab American community could make use and participate in your programs, because you have an amazing facility. It's a first class, everything is just, I'm not going to give you a commercial here, but really, I'm very impressed. I mean, we were at this celebration, the Eid celebration,
right,
last week there.
Yeah.
Thank you, you invited us there. and what really struck me was there's 400 or 500 people in the dinner room, in the great banquet room, but there was about 4 or 5 other functions at the same time happening there.
Correct.
I mean, this is something that is really, we give you a lot of credit for it. We really appreciate that. And I tell you what, because I'm really interested in this, I would like either you or recommend some people from the center. I would like to do a program dedicated for that center to show how you guys had people participate in the Olympics. But you got a lot of things. So just give me a brief description of what you have.
Sure, I'll be happy to do that. I think the credit goes to a lot of dedicated people who have made this center successful. I'd like to point out a couple of things. I think the main mission of this, the India Community Center, is 3 things I would like to talk about. One is unite, another one is serve, the third one is celebrate. The unite, the motto there is to unite the communities.
Okay.
And the community don't necessarily have to be limited to Indian community. We welcome Arab community, we welcome Asian community to participate in the center. The serve, that motto, to serve back to the community. Like one good example of serving would be like we have free clinic for the people who cannot afford the doctors and whatnot. We have one of the finest doctors in the Bay Area. They dedicate their time there.
And just for the Indian community?
No, they are not limited to Indian community. Anybody can come and anybody can get the consultation.
Free, or does it have to pay?
It's free. That's correct.
So if I have, I wake up in the middle of the night and I have backache and I'm very close to the center, I could go there and
it's not
open. It's not open, but during the day, let's say.
Yeah,
the next morning.
Yeah, it's not open 24 hours. They have dedicated time where the doctors, they come in. But yes, it is open to any community. You can call and make an appointment and get a consultation.
And what else? Now you have the clinic?
Yeah, in addition to that, other program I'd like to mention would be the Senior Center program. I think that the most popular program is self-sustaining and a very, very popular, where we provide programs, like activities for the senior citizens, the lunches and the dance programs for the senior citizen. That has really catch on, and that is one of the best programs we have at India Community Center.
And the best thing that you have that I like also is the gym. You have a big, huge modern gym there. And that's also free for the members, right?
Correct. The way gym is like that part of the fitness program, yoga and fitness program. We have full-fledged gym. So if you get the membership into ICC, you get access to the gym as well as access to yoga. Yoga and fitness program is another program which is a very, very popular program at ICC.
And then also, we're going to go into details about all of this in the next program.
Correct.
So when we get some slides and some maybe videos. But you participated in the Olympics, right?
Correct.
What happened?
Correct. I think that's one of the hallmark of ICC. The last year, earlier this year, there were 4 people they were selected to represent United States in the table tennis tournament, and 3 of them they were from ICC. So we are one of the best table tennis center in the United States.
Amazing.
And that center again is not limited to the Indian community. Any community can participate in the table tennis center.
Yeah, there is a little saying on the wall at the entrance. It says, I think if I just may paraphrase it, giving opens the way to receiving, something like that.
Correct. As you walk in on the right hand side, you will find that there's this engraved thing that giving open up to receiving. I think it's I believe that all the people who have been immigrant who have gone through the mill in United States who have been successful. I think I would encourage all of them to give back to the society, because by giving back to the society, I define the success as not what you do in your life, it's what the people surrounding you. So if you're not able to uplift your community, if you're not able to uplift the society, then in my personal opinion, then the success is half finished.
Okay. And there was also a picture of Gandhi, and there is a quote from Gandhi. I can't remember it. You remember what's on the wall?
Correct. It was a walkathon. We organized a walkathon a couple of months ago. We had 5,000 people from the Bay Area. They participated in a walkathon. So that's another successful program ICC has, and I would encourage all the communities in the Bay Area to come and participate in the walkathon as well as become members of ICC.
And the other thing that I liked also is you have that tree on the wall, and then you had words in different languages, Hindu, Arabic, other languages. What was that all about?
Correct.
Just to tell us that you are open to everybody?
Correct. I think what that on the wall you will find, it says welcome. It says welcome in Arabic, welcome in Hindi, welcome in Sindhi, welcome in Urdu, and there are several languages. The objective there is to encourage people, all the communities from the Bay Area, to come and participate and benefit from the center.
Yeah, and so I'm just leading those things, okay? So another thing that impressed me is this Eid celebration. The Muslim Eid celebration, which is basically, the Indian community is not all Muslims. You are Hindus and different religions, right?
Correct.
But you had this huge banquet and celebration, and you brought talent from like musicians, stars from Pakistan.
That's correct.
With the whole group. And that was really something, very interesting, because what it tells me is you've got different people, you come all together in one place and enjoy a celebration of different religions,
Correct.
And so who organized that?
I think Talat organized, Talat and Kamil, they organize it. That's another example of where you unite the community. So we celebrate Eid. We also celebrate Diwali there.
Diwali is the
Hindu festival.
The Hindu festival of light, right?
Correct, festival of life. So that shows you the objective is to unite the community and break the barriers about the religion and politics, so the people they can see each other as a human being.
Yeah, and this community and the members, that type of an organization doesn't happen by itself. Do you get big grants from the government? So that you could sustain it?
No, in this case, the people who are on our board, who are our trustees, so they contribute for the success of the program. And each board member has some goals, like Talat is our trustee, one of the trustees. She organized this Eid program, and she did a wonderful job. I bring not only the Indian community, but also the Pakistani community. We also had representation from, including you, the Arab community, and she invited artists from Pakistan. That shows a wonderful way of bringing the community together and celebrating, which is the mission of ICC.
Yeah. And you have about 5,000 members or more?
Yes, we have approximately 5,000.
Are they all Indians?
Not necessarily. We have a representation of Indian community, Pakistani community, even our Filipino community, Chinese community, and the local Caucasian community. So we are representation.
Everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. There are no barriers there.
So anybody can go to the Indian Cultural Center in Milpitas and become a member, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's okay.
So I have 2 more minutes. I'll tell you what. We're gonna ask your advice. I need 2 advices. One, for the business owners, how do they give back? You know, how do you advise them? Okay, and then let's start with that.
That's a very good question. I would, as I said earlier, that I would encourage all the business owners who have been successfully, who earn their living as well as become very successful now, to give back to the society. As I said, the success is not defined by how well we do. Success is defined how everybody surrounding is doing. And this is one way to uplift the society, uplift the community by giving back to the society and giving back to your own community.
And giving back, not just money, but money, effort, anything, right?
Absolutely. Like money is one form of giving back. What you are doing is I really admire you, the amount of time, given that you have a responsible position in the company, and the amount of time you spend in giving back to the community. That's very commendable. A lot of people, they can't afford to give the time.
And then I got 1 last minute. Tell me the advice to the next generation. What do you advise the newcomers and the next generation?
I think a couple of things I would leave you with that. I think first thing, I would like our next generation to be proud of their heritage and culture. Don't forget where you come from, and that gives you strength to be successful. The second thing is, try to be the best you could be, because this is the only country. I have worked in 40 different countries. United States of America is the only country where if you work hard, you'll be successful. So be the best you could be, and then last but not that, give it back to the society.
Give back to the society.
Give back to the society.
Thank you so much for this beautiful interview. I really learned a lot from you, and I hope also everybody else learned. So appreciate everything, and we hope to see you next week maybe, or some soon to talk about the Indian Cultural Center.
We shall do that some
Okay.
other time,
All
and
right.
I'll be more than happy to
Yes.
provide you all the information. And also, I may bring somebody from
Okay.
our board or from trustees to talk about it.
Fantastic. Thank you, and good night, everybody. See you in the same place, same time next week. And we are also online, so you could search us on YouTube, Facebook, Create TV website. So there's no reason why you cannot watch our program. Bye.